Welcome to another video here by Joe Spoke, and as you see here, this is going to be my video for WWE Summerslam match card predictions, as well as the results or predictions for the matches itself that I will be featuring here today in this video. As you see, it's going to be Sunday, August the 20th, live from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. I think this is the third straight year, if I'm not mistaken, live on the WWE Network. Of course, you already know, for $9.99. A lot that's going to happen at this year's SummerSlam, and of course, you know, with these major pay-per-views, you know, like the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, this, and Survivor Series, you are going to be easily looking at a 4-hour program. That may include a longer pre-show. The pre-show could be 2 hours long, and then the show itself could be 3 hours long. So look for at least 4 hours, could be 5, but you know this is going to be a very, very big event. So without any further ado, let's get this show rolling. Let's jump into the kickoff show. Like I said, I believe this will be an extended kickoff show. I think it will be at least 2 hours. Of course, you only see 2 matches here. You're like, okay, you know, 2-hour pre-show, 2 matches, maybe not so likely. But I was kind of toying around with a third match, and if I had to pick a third match from the list that I have put out today, it would be the Intercontinental match. I won't tell you who I have in there facing The Miz, but I would have thrown that into this mix as well. But for right now, I think it is definite that you will have the Hardy Boys and the Revival fighting against each other, and then Neville versus Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight Championship. Let's start off with the Hardy Boys versus the Revival. Hardy Boys has been kind of on a losing slide as of late. You know, they dropped their championships to Sheamus and Cesaro, and they have failed to win them back. Of course, that feud is now over with, and immediately they are sent over to the Revival. Now, who do I think personally will walk out with this victory at SummerSlam? I would say the Revival. I think it's their time to be pushed, and what other better way to push them than to have them win on one of the bigger pay-per-views and against one of the perhaps best tag team champions or tag teams of all time, and the Hardy Boys. You know, the Hardy Boys won't be sticking around too long. You know, they're not going to be sticking around 5 years plus. I'm not saying that this could be, you know, their ride off to the sunset per se, but I do give this match to the Revival. This match is good enough to be on the kickoff show. Now, Neville versus Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight Championship. I'm not a fan of the 205 Live division. I believe it is a weak Cruiserweight division. Neville, he has held the title for seems like forever now, and can't figure out who they want him to drop the title to. It wasn't going to be, you know, Akira Tozawa. Definitely not Austin Aries, and you know what happened to him already. So they have to find somebody to throw together against Cedric Alexander. I do not see him winning this match at all. So I do tip off my hat on this one to Neville. Even though personally I don't think he's a cruiserweight, I think he could more fit into the Intercontinental US title picture, because he is a little bit on the heavier side for cruiserweights. Just my opinion. Not to take anything away from, you know, Neville, because he is very talented, but he doesn't fit well in this 205 division, this cruiserweight division. And I believe personally they need to sit back, you know, maybe scrap the whole thing and rebuild it under a different image, new stars. There's some good cruiserweights now, but you know, they're mediocre at best. So Neville, Cruiserweight Championship match victory. Now let's move on to the next match. Alright, first match I have up, John Cena versus Jinder Mahal. Yes, you see it here for the SmackDown Men's Championship. Now, they're building up this whole thing around John Cena returning back, patriotic John Cena. You know, he has a match this Sunday against Rusev, which I believe he will skate through that, move on from Rusev to bigger and better things. And what other bigger and better things, you know, other than capturing the WWE Championship currently being held by Jinder Mahal. I think Jinder Mahal, he had his little run. You know, I believe they brought him back as a strong champion, a strong warrior, to put him into this Punjabi prison match this Sunday with Randy Orton. But I do see him getting past Randy Orton, but I do not see him getting past John Cena. For one, John Cena will not lose to Jinder Mahal, of all people. This one kind of feels like a no-brainer, you know, especially with John Cena again returning. You know, Mahal, his build has been pretty strong, surprisingly, and you know, with all the, you know, America hate talk and, you know, all Americans are the same way, you know, this and that, you know, why not have this match happen? And then, of course, again, John Cena will come up on top. Not only that, Cena's quest to break Ric Flair's record of 16 world title reigns is going to happen eventually. Before it's all said and done, before John Cena finally hangs up his boots, his dog chain, and retires, he's going to end up getting that 17th title reign. Will he get it at SummerSlam? I think he will. I know he will. This is my prediction match right here. John Cena, Jinder Mahal. John Cena will come out on top easily on this one, even with possible interference from the Singh brothers. I don't think that matters. John Cena, he overcomes all odds, and I believe he will definitely overcome this one. So let's move on to the next match that I have up on tap here. Next, we have Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. It always seemed, and I might be going out on a limb here with this, but it always seemed that, you know, these big events, you know, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, they seem to host baby faces. You know, they always seem to have a baby face win here. It doesn't matter what championship. I do believe that in this particular one, Sasha Banks will regain the championship over Alexa Bliss, which will set up a later feud with Sasha Banks and Bayley finally, maybe at No Mercy. That's still kind of to be determined right now. I do see her getting past this match against Alexa Bliss. However, it has to be some type of stipulation to this, because Alexa Bliss, as you see, is being known for escaping matches, whether it's by, you know, some type of DQ, some type of count out, whatever the case may be. She always finds that one little pinhole to squeeze herself out of to keep her championship. So I think if they set this up, they will need to have some type of stipulation, maybe a last woman standing match, maybe a Hell in a Cell, like they did with Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks. Something where there's no way she can escape. Not necessarily steel cage, because I feel stuff can still happen there. But and then stuff could happen at Hell in a Cell too, but it's less likely. So have something to where she can't exactly weasel herself out of it, and it would have to force her to really put on a good match to fight to retain that championship. But at the end, I do see her losing this match against Sasha Banks. These two are great in-ring competitors. If I had to rate, you know, or if I had to say which one of these matches would be the highest rated of the night, this would definitely go towards the top of that list. Sasha Banks never disappoints. You know, everybody does their little botch moves here and there. Forget this, forget that. But overall, this is two great competitors who I believe would put on a near 5-star match. I do see this Women's Championship being more towards the end of the pay-per-view versus the SmackDown one. But the SmackDown one shouldn't be too bad either. But again, with this one, I'm going with Sasha Banks. She needs this win not only to revamp her character, but to move on and eventually feud with Bayley for the Women's Championship. So I do see, you know, Alexa Bliss dropping the title here. So let's move on to the next match I have on tap. Next, we have Naomi versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I'm a fan of Naomi. I'm a huge fan of Naomi. And when she won the championship, I felt she truly deserved it. Not great. She ran to, you know, injuries, and she had to drop the title like the very next day, I believe. She's regained it back, but I do not see her getting past this. I don't see her overcoming Charlotte. Charlotte's been kind of on a watery slope. Her character's been kind of stale. You know, it wasn't like it was when she was on Raw feuding with Sasha Banks. Now, yeah, granted, we're all tired of that now. Maybe that's part of the reason why they were split in the first place. But this would be a really great match as well. Again, two very talented superstars. I just don't see Naomi getting past this one. I believe this is time for Charlotte to shine and to revamp her character back to the way it was. I don't know why I feel that her character has been on a watery slope. Maybe because it is she's on SmackDown. You know, she's been a primetime player on Raw for the longest, and to see her go on SmackDown and not do as well, you know, it kind of scares me. But I believe SummerSlam, this is other than WrestleMania, this is the big time, you know, the put up, shut up type moment. And I do believe Charlotte will shut Naomi up and will take the Women's Championship from her. Where does Naomi go from there? To feud with Lana and some type of non-title role, maybe at the next pay-per-view for SmackDown. They've been trying to tease, you know, Lana possibly finally overcoming Lana possibly overcoming Naomi. I don't see that happening. Lana still needs to brush up her in-ring skills, and I believe that this will give her an opportunity to do it. Just not with Naomi being the champion. Again, this match right here definitely goes to Charlotte. I do see this close to being another 5-star match. Not quite the same as Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss, but still would be a good match. Now on to the next one. Now, this one I am kind of on the fence about. There are some people that are saying that AJ Styles is going to face Shinsuke Nakamura. Some believe he's even going to do another Kevin Owens match. I am going out on perhaps a huge limb here. I don't think many people are going out on this limb, but I am going out on this limb. I do believe that there will be a U.S. Open title challenge at SummerSlam, and I do believe Shelton Benjamin will make his return at SummerSlam to face AJ Styles, and I do believe he will win at SummerSlam against AJ Styles. We already know that he was supposed to return late last year, Injuries got in the way. Had to halt that a little bit. He's recently re-signed with the WWE, and of course he's going to be on the SmackDown brand, which brings him right into the US title picture. His character, you know, the Golden Standard, you know, he was part of Team Angle. You know, people don't forget that character. I don't think they're gonna, you know, have him be any other character other than the way he was when he left. I believe he will come back. I believe he will defeat AJ Styles for that US Championship. You know, I believe AJ Styles is gonna come out. He's gonna do his little spiel. He's gonna be like, I'm opening the floor to anybody who wants to come out. You know, of course, people are gonna speculate, and then all of a sudden, ain't no stopping me now. And then here comes Shelton Benjamin. You know, they're gonna put on a really great match. It's gonna bring them back to TNA days. You know, this could easily be the top rated match of the night. Easily 5+ stars. You got AJ Styles, phenomenal wrestler, versus Shelton Benjamin, the Golden Standard, who was very well. They're good. They're good. The words can't even express what I'm trying to say, because these two are really great wrestlers, and I would hate for AJ Styles to lose, because I never want AJ Styles to lose, but you can't go without losing. You have to lose eventually. Why not to a better person other than Shelton Benjamin? That's no knock to Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens, you've had your moment. Get pushed to the side. Time for Shelton Benjamin to have his. Again, this is going out on a limb here. Might be quite a big limb, but I do believe at the end Shelton Benjamin will win. I believe this will be one of the matches on SummerSlam. Y'all have to let me know what y'all think about that, because a lot of people are saying Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't see it happening, but let me know what y'all think. Now we're going to move on to the next match. Next match on tap, as you see here, is Sheamus and Cesaro Raw Tag Team Championship versus Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. What? It's a reason why I'm going with this. They are obviously teasing a Shield return, a Shield reunion, even if it's just 2/3 of the Shield. They are definitely teasing it hard. That plus, their characters have no direction right now. Seth Rollins is jumping in and out of feuds. Dean Ambrose is seemingly having an endless feud with The Miz. And I believe this is a way to have them split that up finally, and, you know, have them join together, be them brothers, be that brotherhood again. And I believe they will definitely be the team to overcome Sheamus and Cesaro. They've had a nice run as tag team champions, and of course, if they do drop the titles to Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, they will have their little 3-month feud. But I still believe at the end of the day, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins will take the tag team championships from Sheamus and Cesaro at SummerSlam. I mean, it's kind of too early to say this, you know, but I'm going out on a limb, like I said, just because Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins' character right now is kind of lost right now. They keep, like I said, weaving in and out of feuds, and this would be a good way for them to get back relevant again, you know, and be those buzzwords that, you know, people have long missed. And plus, you know, and plus, I think also this was set up for another Seth Rollins heel turn in the future. You know, he teams up with Dean Ambrose, they get their championships, they defend them for a while, and then he turns on them again. When, I don't know. But, you know, this would definitely be a one-sided thing, and that it would definitely help Seth Rollins become that true Seth freaking Rollins that we once knew before now. But as of right now, you know, not jumping too far ahead, I do believe Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins will have a match versus Sheamus and Cesaro at SummerSlam, and I do believe they will take the championships from them. Now onto the other tag team match. Next matchup, we have the Usos defending their championship against the New Day. I believe this is a definitely no-brainer here. You have American Alpha, who has split up now, so that leaves the best two teams on SmackDown right now fighting in the match at SummerSlam. I do believe that is no doubt I do believe that the New Day, no doubt, will regain the tag team championships back. I don't think they will have nearly the long title reign like they did before, but this is a no-brainer right here. This is the last, I believe, the last match of their feud. They might tease another match, you know, on maybe SmackDown that following episode, but I do believe the New Day will regain the championship. It's about time for the Usos to drop it anyway. I don't think that they're getting too much over with the fans, but then again, there's not many other tag teams left at SmackDown that's as good as them right now. But they have strong chemistry when they fight each other too. So, do they want to keep going with this feud? Probably not. I don't want it to turn into another. I don't want it to turn into another Sasha Banks Charlotte long feud. So, I believe what's going to happen, because Battleground again is this Sunday, the Usos will retain again, but in some type of cheap way, which will set up a proper finish at SummerSlam by the New Day. So I am predicting that. Again, the Usos will win cheaply at Battleground, and then the New Day will pick up a clean victory at SummerSlam, which will, in my opinion, end their feud. Next, we have The Miz versus Jason Jordan. I believe this has to happen because of the future plans between Kurt Angle, Jason Jordan, and the WWE. I believe that with Jason Jordan coming on to Raw, is going to create that favoritism that Kurt Angle is going to give to him. Is going to put him in matches I don't want to say that he normally wouldn't be in, but they're going to just throw him into feuds, and you know, they want to quite throw him straight into the pit with Brock Lesnar. So what other person would they throw him into other than The Miz? You know, I do believe that between now and SummerSlam that The Miz and Dean Ambrose will finally end their feud. And as you've seen, and before this video, I have him in a tag team match against Sheamus and Cesaro, which will set up a Miz and Jason Jordan match, which I believe Jason Jordan should win. Like I said, just to start that process, you know, to where eventually somehow or another Triple H will start coming back, and Stephanie McMahon will start coming back, and then it will give Jason Jordan that big push that it seems like that the WWE is trying to go with. This sucks for Chad Gable, but I don't think he's forgotten either. I just believe that at this moment they felt that Jason Jordan was the way to go. They could insert him better in the storyline with this whole, you know, Kurt Angle, this is, you know, his son, or his, I don't want to say illegitimate son, but his son nonetheless. I do feel that if there was a third match to the Kickoff Show, that this would be the match, because it's not relevant enough to be on the main show, especially if it's the match that might be thrown together. Plus, it gives Jordan an opportunity to feud with somebody that's good on the mic, like The Miz. And that will help build up Jason Jordan's character as well. You know, of course, you know, Miz, he's going to throw some real life animosity into that whole situation, which will again propel the feud even more. But I do believe, like I said, they will fight at SummerSlam, and I do believe Jason Jordan will win. And this will be one of the 3 kickoff matches, if I have to predict that, on SummerSlam. Do we see a cash-in from either one of these 2 superstars? I believe we do see a cash-in from one of them. I don't believe it's going to be Carmella, though. I don't think she's quite ready for that spotlight, that exposure. Not to say she's a bad wrestler, because she's really good. I just don't think that is her moment. Baron Corbin, on the other hand, because they seem to be pushing him more, I do believe we will see him cash in immediately after the John Cena and Jinder Mahal match. I do believe John Cena will pick up his 17th title reign, but will immediately lose to Baron Corbin, giving Corbin the championship and setting up a Baron Corbin John Cena feud in the future. You know, maybe we'll see them fight at a later pay-per-view. But if I had to give the percentage of any person cashing in, I say about 75% chance that you're going to see a cash in from someone. But I believe it's going to be more so Baron Corbin than Carmella. But don't be surprised if it's both of them or just Carmella. You know, WWE love to throw curveballs our way, so be prepared for that. We will see a cash in. I just can't tell from which direction at the moment. Now, the only slide that I forgot to add to this video was the Raw Heavyweight Championship match. This is a tough one. Because originally you see right now that it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. You know, Roman Reigns said he would face the winner of Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe at SummerSlam, and Brock Lesnar ended up winning. However, the door isn't closed with Samoa Joe yet, and with SummerSlam being under a month away, or I guess you could say exactly a month away, I don't think that door will be closed before then. Also, the door is not closed with Roman Reigns' feud with Braun Strowman. So what does that mean coming in SummerSlam? Again, being 4 weeks away, them doors aren't going to be closed that soon. So I believe that will set up a fatal 4-way for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam, because again, as I said, that door with Braun Strowman hasn't closed yet, nor has that door with Samoa Joe, you know, has been closed yet. So that has to set up, you know, probably a historic fatal 4-way match. Now, who comes on top on that match? It won't be Brock Lesnar. For many of reasons, there has been talk of Brock Lesnar leaving the WWE again for the UFC. Many believe that he's going to, you know, leave to go to UFC, fight a match, get that big payday, come back in time for the WrestleMania season. Some believe that he's going to leave WWE and just go to UFC and never come back. And then others also believe that he's going to leave both WWE and UFC and just retire altogether. What will happen, we don't know, but I don't see him retaining past SummerSlam just to give him that exit that's needed to go over to UFC and do whatever he needs to do there, which now leaves basically Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, and Braun Strowman. Of course, you can automatically eliminate Samoa Joe out of that equation. If he can't conquer the Beast, he will not conquer Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman. So that's an easy choice right there. They're both gonna be out of the picture, and which now leaves. And then going back to Samoa Joe, maybe if he doesn't get past SummerSlam, which I don't think he will, maybe that's set up a Finn Balor feud in the future. I don't know. I'm just going out on a limb here. Which now leaves Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Is it Braun Strowman's moment to become heavyweight champion? Is it Roman Reigns' moment to become heavyweight champion? If Roman Reigns became champion now, and it seems that the plan for Roman Reigns is for him to go against John Cena at SummerSlam. You figure SummerSlam, or I'm sorry, is for Roman Reigns to go against John Cena at WrestleMania, which you figure that's a whole 7-8 months away. Do Roman Reigns hold the title for 8 months? I can't see it happening. They did it with CM Punk, and I think that's one thing, because, you know, wrestling fans actually enjoyed him being champion. But I don't think they would enjoy seeing Roman Reigns the champion for 8 months. Because WrestleMania is a long way from now still. But of course you do start planning for it right now, as early as now you can. But I don't see Roman Reigns winning the title now and keeping it all the way until WrestleMania. So does that mean Braun Strowman finally wins the championship? He seems to be that unstoppable force, and I would have rolled with that all the way up until the ambulance match. It seemed like that, you know, Roman Reigns took him out of commission again, but then Braun Strowman came right back on Raw. Seemed like better than ever, even stronger. So again, I'm definitely going out on another limb here, and definitely going with Braun Strowman as the winner in this Fatal 4-Way. I'm still wanting to lean towards Roman Reigns, and as much as this is going to be a tough one. I do tip my hat to Braun Strowman. 51% Braun Strowman, 49% Roman Reigns. I do not believe either Samoa Joe or Brock Lesnar are going to win this match. I believe they are going to be the two odd people out, but I do give the slight, very, very slight edge to Braun Strowman over Roman Reigns. That's my predictions for SummerSlam, my prediction card, as well as the prediction match winners. Let me know in the comments below who you believe will win, or who you believe will be fighting at SummerSlam. And until next time, folks, take care. Thank you for watching.